Hey everyone, welcome to SFDC Stop, and in this video we are going to have a look at the difference between let and where keyword in JavaScript, right? So let me just start by adding a few lines of code. I'm going to define a new variable named as person, and this variable is having a value of, let's say, Rahul, right? So my person name is Rahul, and now I'm going to define a new function named as, let's say, Trailblazer, and this function will do nothing. It will just have a same variable named as person, and this time the value of this person variable is, let's say, Trailblazer Rahul, right? And I'm going to display the value of this person variable inside the function. Outside the function as well, I'm going to display the value of my person variable. Then I'm going to call the Trailblazer function, and then I'm going to display the value of the person variable again. So that's all for my code, and I recommend you to stop or pause the video for a second. Think about this, what will be the output of this particular code, and then come back to the video, right? Okay, so let's see what we have done. We just have defined a variable using the var keyword, and the variable name is person, and I displayed the value of the person variable. Then I called a function named as Trailblazer, and inside this function I have another variable with the same name, which is person, and the value of this person variable is Trailblazer Rahul. I displayed that value, and outside the function call, when the function is called successfully, I displayed the value of the person variable again. So let's execute this code and let's see what is the output. So here I can see that the output is, first of all, I'm getting the output as Rahul, which is nothing but the value of my person variable, right? Then I call the function, and inside the function I have a console log statement, so I'm getting the value of the person variable here as Trailblazer Rahul. So that means it is taking the value of this particular local variable, right? And outside the function call, I have displayed the value of the person variable again, so this variable is again coming as Rahul, right? Okay, so I can say that from this I can conclude that my var keyword supports function scope, right? And by function scope, I mean that if anything is done inside the function, it remains inside the function only. It is not affecting anything which is defined outside the function. So as I can see here, that the person variable is defined outside the function and inside the function as well. But the person variable which is defined inside the function is having higher priority as compared to the global variable, and any changes that I'm doing inside the function will remain inside this only. So even if I change the value of the person variable inside the function, it is not affecting the global variable. So the value of the global variable remains the same. Okay, so let me just update this var keyword to let, and let's see what will happen now. So I'm going to clear the console and I'm going to run this code again. So here I can see that I'm getting the same output again. That is, first of all, I'm getting the value as Rahul. Then I'm getting the value as Trailblazer Rahul, which is coming from inside the function. And then I'm getting the value of again as Rahul. So from this I can conclude that my let keyword also supports function scope, right? Okay, so the thing to notice here is that my let keyword also supports function scope and the var keyword also supports function scope. So why should I shift to let keyword when I'm already familiar with var keyword as a programmer, and I'm comfortable in using var keyword. So why should I go for let? So let me comment this code and I'll write another code snippet, and then we'll learn that what is the exact difference when I use let keyword instead of var, right? Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to define a variable named as person. It is going to have a value of Rahul. And this time I'm going to add a console log first of all to display the value of the person variable. I'm going to add a if condition this time, and let's say the if condition has a condition as 1 equal to 1. So this condition will always be true, right? As 1 is always equal to 1. And inside this if statement, I'm going to define another local variable named as person, and this person will have a value of, let's say, Trailblazer Rahul, right? And then I'm going to add a console log, and this console log will display the value of my person variable. And outside the if statement, again I'm going to have a console log and I'm displaying the value of my person variable, right? Okay, so I did pretty much the same thing that we did above. I displayed, oh sorry, I declared a person variable with a name of with the value of Rahul, and I displayed the value of that variable. Then I have a if condition, and inside my if condition I declared another local variable with the same name, which is person. This time it is having a value of as Trailblazer Rahul, and I displayed the value of my person variable again, right? So ideally my output should come in a similar fashion, that is Rahul and then Trailblazer Rahul and then Rahul, right? So let me just clear my console, and I recommend you to pause the video for a second again, think about the output and then come back to this video, right? Okay, so let me execute this code and let's see what will be the output now. So here I can see that my first console log statement is running successfully and it is running fine. It is showing me that the value of my person variable is Rahul, right? Then my if condition execute, and it is executing because the condition is true. And here I can see that my value of the person variable is nothing but Trailblazer Rahul. So it is also coming perfectly fine. And outside the if statement, I can see that the value of the person variable, which is global, is updated to Trailblazer Rahul, right? So here I can see that even if I updated only my local variable, which is inside the function, or sorry, which is inside the if statement, my global variable is also updated automatically, and it is also showing me the value as Trailblazer Rahul, right? So from this I can conclude that where keyword doesn't support block scope. So in any programming language, in case you don't know what is a block, the block is anything which is inside this opening and closing curly braces. So anything, any kind of code that you are writing inside the opening and closing curly brace is nothing but a, I mean it forms a block, right? So a block is starting from an opening curly brace and it's ending with a closing curly brace. Okay, so from this code we get to know that where keyword doesn't support block scope, because any changes that I am doing inside the block, it is also affecting the global variable. So it is also, I mean these changes are also affecting the global variable, which should not happen. So this means that where keyword doesn't support block scope. Okay, so let me just update this where keyword, and instead of where I'll use let now, and let's see what is the output. So I'm going to clear my console again, and I'm going to run this again. So this time you can see that my first of all the value of the person variable is coming as Rahul, which is perfectly fine. Then I have a if condition which is true, and I am logging the value of the person variable again. So this time it is coming as Trailblazer Rahul, because the local variable person is defined and it is having a value as Trailblazer Rahul. So this is perfectly fine. And outside the if statement, when I am displaying the value of the person, it is coming again as Rahul. So from this I can conclude that my let keyword supports the block scope, right? So my let keyword supports block scope, right? So why this block scope is important? Because in any kind of programming languages, if you see, you will get to know that any changes that you do inside the block is local to that particular block only. It doesn't affect any kind of variable which is defined outside the block, or any kind of global variable as well. So this is what we considered in JavaScript when ES6 was introduced. They defined or introduced a new keyword which is named as let, and this new keyword, I mean it was said that let is the new where, so you should use let instead of where, because let keyword supports the block scope, and there are less chances of error if you are using let keyword instead of where, because even if you are updating or even if you are defining the same variable with the same name, it is having its effect only inside the block. It will not affect anything which is defined outside the block, right? So yeah, that's the main difference between let keyword and where keyword. I hope you liked this video. Let me know your feedback in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a good day. Bye bye.